Hi everyone, welcome aboard Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and neither's this bloke. This is Frosty 2 from 2AR clan, in the mighty T-37, the Tier 6 American light tank. Have a look at the T-37. Have a look, don't rub your eyes, don't look twice. He's got 2 marks of excellence on his gun barrel in the T-37, the Tier 6 American light tank. Of course, the Tier 6 American light tank, a very popular tank for skirmishes at Tier 6, also Tier 6 Clan Wars when that was a thing, and of course general platoons and good times at Tier 6. Now Frosty 2, one of the nicest blokes who's ever played the game. He's got himself into a nice spotting bush in Fisherman's Bay. He's got the binos happening. He hasn't got a camo net. I'm tipping he's got a pretty good camo crew. He's painted his tank, and that's what I generally do too when I've got a good tank that I'm going to keep for some time. Moves into these bushes trying to get some vision on the enemy team. Of course, we know on Fisherman's Bay, we know there's going to be people up here camping like real little champions and trying to put out some shots. But Frosty 2 not getting too aggressive like I normally do. I normally go a little bit further forward and get killed, and Frosty will confirm that because I've platooned with him a number of times and he knows exactly what I can be like. But this isn't about me, this is all about Frosty 2 from 2AR in the T-37, soaking up a little bit of assisted damage there on the Chinokai, which is the Tier 5 premium Japanese medium tank. Of course, with the new matchmaker, you get more top tier games when you're on a light tank. Light tanks now from patch, I think it was 918. They get the same matchmaking as any other tank, any normal tank, like a medium or a heavy. Not to say light tanks aren't normal. We love them. I absolutely love my light tanks. But previously, you know, maybe the majority or a lot of your Tier 6 games would be against Tier 8s, but now it gets the same matchmaking. So every now and then you get battles like this where you're top tier, and Frosty 2 is spotting like a champion here. It goes to show you if you've got a decent crew and a decent view range, you don't have to get too far forward. And I'm learning a bit from this, just watching it. I normally go to the next lot of bushes, and I would have been spotted and sniped out by any camping little bitches up here at B1, and as well as all these tanks who might have pushed forward. The score's 3-2. He's picked up 443 damage, 336 assisted. He's spotted a heap of tanks as he puts a shot into the little Chaffee. I remember when the Chaffee was the highest tier light tank you could get on the American line. Frosty 2 picks up his first kill. Unlucky not to get his second kill on the Wolverine, and he's going for it. He picks it up. He does cop a little bit of damage from two people that are sniping up there, the Matilda and the T-37. You can see the AMX ELC getting very aggressive up here, lighting up the artillery, and the T-34-85M, who seem to be everywhere lately as the wargaming in Asia gave quite a few of them away. Frosty 2 doing the right thing now. You can see the Hetzer in a little bit of trouble getting pushed on by the M3 Lee, but the Hetzer Tiki Bear, what a cool little name. He does it on his own, gets rid of the Tier 4 American medium tank, the M3 Lee. So Frosty 2 coming back up to some more bushes for some more spotting. Lets the binoculars fire up, and he spots one of those T-34-85s. And if anyone who's been playing at Tier 6 lately will know there's millions of these around, because Wargame, at least in Asia, I think on other servers as well, I think they had daily mini missions. You had to do 13 out of 18. And you got yourself a free Tier 6 premium tank, which is good for people who are new to the game and don't have many premium tanks. I've accumulated a few over the years, but and by all accounts, I haven't even played one yet, but by all accounts, it's quite a good tank. I'd imagine it would play like the Rudy, you know, not the quickest medium in the world, but decent gun and a decent amount of armour, but not too fast. Someone just hit that T-34-85 for 7 hit points, and Frosty picked up a little bit more assisted damage, and it looks like the T-34-85M is going for the Hetzer, but no, he's not. He had his gun turned towards Frosty, and Frosty's putting some shots. It looks like artillery has shot the T-34-85M. The Hetzer's certainly shooting, and he does the circle of death around the Tier 6 premium Russian medium tank. Lost a little bit of health. He's down to 191 hit points, but he's picked himself up 2 kills, 1227 damage, plus 588 assisted damage. And with that little skirmish down in the southwest, his team are up now 8-7. the Hetzer, even though, and you can see why people do camp in these corners. That Hetzer at low tier, at tier 4, even in a tier 6 battle, has picked himself up 3 kills by kicking back. And of course, I mean, that's probably the right thing to do in a Hetzer, because it's not the, especially in a tier 6 game, you wouldn't want to go charging towards the enemy's side. The enemy Hetzer looks like he has, though. He's gone straight down the one line into the T-3485, and that T-3485 will be hoping that the Hetzer and the looks can help him get rid of the tier 4 German TD. No idea what this guy's like, Raid either, but he's out of the game now. Of course, the Hetzer is, or has been, a tank of choice for those people who like to pad their stats at tier 4. And look, I believe in the top tier, it's quite a good performer. 9-7 to score now. Frosty 2 from 2 ARs on 1227 damage. 588 assisted damage. He's doing a good job keeping these tanks in the middle lit. The T-37 and the T-3485, of course, as soon as I say that, they become unlit. But he's getting nice and active. He's down to 82 health, so he does need to be a little bit careful. The OI in a very interesting position, and that's what Frosty will be thinking. If that OI gets spotted right out there in the open, 3 artilleries are all going to say, "You're guilty." There's the biggest target in the game. I'm going to just farm damage off him. Of course, the 3 arties on the enemy side are tier 4 and tier 5, so they're going to take a little while to get rid of the OI at tier 6, but they can certainly ruin his day. All the enemy tanks have been spotted, apart from 2 of the artilleries. They've been spotted in this little triangle on the mini-map. So Frosty 2 making a calculated push there. Even though nobody's backing him up, everyone else is going up the 1-2 line. You'd imagine these guys will bump into the Matilda, and there it is. But with the enemy tanks last spotted, Matilda here and these 2 in the centre, it opens up this eastern flank for Frosty 2 to do what I call go on an arty run, go and try and find where these artilleries are and get rid of him. Get rid of him. And where he's up now, there's plenty of bushes there to disguise his tank, you know, to hide from. And he can just light up these arties and get some free damage. Now, focusing on the T-37, which is the right thing to do. That's the danger tank. That's the tank that can carry this one for the enemy side, the T-37, not the tier 4 arty, and that's why Frosty was shooting at it, or maybe because he didn't have shots at the enemy arty, who knows. 13-8, only 2 enemy tanks left, the T-3485 and the T-37. Getting behind the bushes now to minimise the chance of him getting spotted. The T-3485M gets killed, and now he's got to make a decision here. 13-9's a score. You'd hope that the result is a foregone conclusion. However, the OI and the Hetzer, the only other 2 tanks on Frosty's team who are not artillery, don't look. The Hetzer looks like he's moving now. That OI has been sitting there for a hell of a long time. Maybe the OI is thinking, I don't know what he's thinking. He's clearly thinking he doesn't want to be killed, but he's out of render range, so he can't see what kind of health he's on. Maybe he's on really low health and he's trying to conserve his last remaining hit points. But so's Frosty 2. He's only on 82 health. He's picked up 1671 damage, 588 assisted damage. He's spotted a hell of a lot of enemy tanks, and he's also on 3 kills. Certainly doing his job. The Hetzer having a good game too, on 3 kills. The OI's picked up a kill, and looks like he's finally moved. They're finally moving forward. Frosty 2 showing great patience here, just kicking back here, waiting for backup to come. There's no use YOLOing into both these tanks. Here's a one-shot for either one of them, the T-37 or the T-3485M, and so he just needs to hurry up and wait for the OI, which the OI is probably the slowest tank in this game. And look, he's on full health. He's on 950 hit points. So yeah, I would say it's a bad move for the OI to have been back there for so long. He did seem to spend a lot of time crossing this southern section. He did get a shot into the T-3485, but of course the T-3485 probably good play to him. He knew they were getting spotted from somewhere, and he knew it wasn't down here, so he probably assumed correctly that because the eastern flank was open, someone in a light tank, someone like Frosty, has come up here and got into these bushes. Now the Hetzer and the OI continuing to move forward, which is good. The OI obviously is slow. It's going to take a long time. The T-3485M got killed in that little skirmish by artillery, I think it was. The grill. And so it's just the T-37 left, and he's on 276 health. Looks like the T-37 has Been shot. He's been killed by the OI Kingsman. Kingsman 2 coming out in the cinemas soon. Very, very, very good movie, or it looks like one. Anyway, Frosty 2 from 1AR Clan. In that game, he picked up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge in his T-37, a Bruiser Medal, 5 for effect and high caliber. He spotted 7 of the enemy tanks, and 3 other of the enemy tanks he had some business in their demise. Not a bad result at all. In the Tier 6 American light tank, the T-37, 1,767 hit points of damage, 3 kills, 1,054 base experience. He fired 21 shots, 17 hit. They all did damage, and that was enough for an ace tanker in the T-37. Nearly 19,000 credits after tax in that little 10-minute game on Fisherman's Bay. And how did everyone else go? Yeah, I did. We can't really say he did okay. But there was a few passengers in that game, but Frosty 2 doing the right thing, showing great restraint and great patience in the Tier 6 American light tank, the T-37. Thanks very much for the replay, Frosty. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.